So since I've been living in Thailand for a bit now, I figured I'd talk about the pros and cons of living here. Because it's not all sunshine and rainbows, well, actually, sometimes it is. But enough of that, let me get into the pros and cons of living here in Thailand in 2026. And you guys can let me know if it's worth it. Starting with the pros. So the first pro is the beautiful natural scenery, aka the nature, with tropical beaches, mountains in the north, lush rainforests, stunning limestone cliffs, and warm weather year round. If you enjoy outdoor living, island life, mountain retreats, then Thailand's the one for you, because it offers an incredible variety. You can decide which part of the nature you want to be around, since Thailand seems to have it all when it comes to the nature. Another pro would be the lower cost of living. I mean, it has affordable rent, especially outside central Bangkok and the main city centres, has inexpensive street food, $1 to $3 per meal, and stupidly cheap food at the local food markets. The transport costs are very low, plus you won't need a car, but if you want one you can get one, by either renting it or buying it. But as I said, you don't need it. You can use taxis, songtails, buses, no problem here. And the healthcare, while it's still being good value, it's even cheaper. Private hospitals are high quality here, but obviously cheaper than the Western country. And with the overall cost of living being lower, many expats can live here comfortably on a moderate income. Another pro would be the amazing food culture. With world famous dishes like pad thai and tom yum, night markets everywhere, fresh fruit year round, a strong cafe culture in the cities, and with the food in general being very flavourful. The food culture itself is definitely a part of social life out here. I mean, every day I see people eating at the food markets, and every night at the beach, it's filled with people gathering with friends or family, having an absolute feast. I mean, it's not a bad thing to do while watching the sunset, I can't lie. I don't blame them. Another pro is the friendly culture. Thailand as a country is known as the land of smiles for a reason. The people here are polite, have a respectful social culture, and there's a strong expat community in cities like Bangkok, Chiang Mai and Phuket. And with Thai culture being very hospitable, it's best to be friendly back. And if you're from England like me, then leave your grumpiness back home. The sun is out here, so there's no excuse not to smile back when the locals send a smile your way. Be nice back, it doesn't hurt anyone. I mean, it makes sense when you're out here walking the beach with the sun out, what's there to be mad at? No wonder everyone's happy. And another pro of living in Thailand is the excellent private hospitals. In Bangkok and other major cities, I mean, there's a reason Thailand is a popular destination for medical tourism. It's very affordable when compared to the US, Australia, and even Europe, without the quality slipping. In fact, Thailand is known for its healthcare. And if you're a foreigner like me, then there's not just public, but also private healthcare. And the price of private out here is a hell of a lot cheaper than in the West. I mean, that's a given. So you can get high quality healthcare at seemingly a massive discount, which is why people not just in Asia, but around the world sometimes come to Thailand, for medical reasons. But enough of the pros, let's move on to the cons of living in Thailand. Now onto the first con, the hot and humid climate. Because the weather is very hot most of the year, at 35 degrees as an average most days. Also, another thing that affects the climate a little would be the burning season that brings air pollution in the north and Bangkok mostly, which is not always the best, especially during the first 4 months of the year, which is the burning season. And let's not forget that monsoon season brings the rain that can bring more challenges. And also, if you prefer cooler climates, adjustments can be tough, because although it is cooler in the north, up in the mountains, it's still Thailand at the end of the day. Another con is that it's hard for foreigners to get jobs to begin with. But if you're lucky enough to get a job from a Thai company, then the local salaries will be lower than what they are normally in the West. But that's a given. And as far as jobs go, English teaching is the most common job for foreigners, but as I said, don't expect the salaries to be the same as they are in the West. So unless you have your own business or can work remotely, then relocating to Thailand can be even harder. It's probably one of the biggest cons when it comes to actually moving to Thailand. You need to make sure you have an income. Another con would be the traffic and infrastructure challenges. Because there's heavy traffic in Bangkok, and with the chaotic driving culture, most of the time most people won't stop for you. You will just have to learn when to go, and go when you can. I mean, watch the locals, they've mastered the art of crossing the Thai roads, which of course they have. It can be a challenge at times, and even waiting for the green light to cross the road doesn't always mean you can go. And going back to the rainy season quickly, because flooding can definitely happen during that season, which can make crossing the road even more fun sometimes, because the extreme weather comes with many challenges. One of them is that you get random power outages, which don't last forever and normally come back within a few minutes, don't get me wrong, but it's still something that happens, especially during the extreme weather, which during the rainy or monsoon season will happen now and again. And finally, the last con of living here in Thailand is that although English is widely spoken, especially in tourist areas, there's limited English in the rural areas and also in government offices, plus the Thai language itself is extremely challenging to learn. But since this isn't a primarily English-speaking country, you can't expect everyone to learn the language. Even if it is the most spoken language on the planet, you will still struggle sometimes, and the more rural you go, the more you'll either need to learn the language or get used to using Google Translate, which I found is actually quite helpful speaking to the locals. And it will be needed sometimes because, as I said, not everyone speaks English, but I guess this is a con with nearly every country that doesn't have a majority English-speaking population. But yeah, that covers it for the main pros and cons about living here in Thailand. And if the Thailand life still sounds like something you want, then check out the link in the description to my website, which has my Move to Thailand guide with everything you need to know about moving to Thailand. And that's it for today's video. So if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.